What's up? My name is Malta. I've been creating content for more than 2.5 years right now, and in the last 3 months my goal was to help beginners start and improve content. As you can see, this guy, who's called Harry, reached out to me and we started working together, and one of his recent videos got 137,000 views. In this video I just want to analyze why that is, show you what we spoke about, what made him go to a point where he can consistently get a lot of views on his new videos. So let me show you. But before I even get into this, let me just quickly remind you, okay, this video is not going to be an entertainment video. The purpose of this video is purely to provide value. So if you're down to learn, if you're down to see how we got my client Harry 137k views on one single video by using 3 different strategies, stick around, you're going to see all of that in this video. But if you want to see entertainment, go to Mr. Beast, go to some other YouTuber, right? Watch YouTube Shorts, something like that. I don't really care. I'm just letting you know right here before you get disappointed, okay? So now let's break down how we got my client 137k views. It all went down in 3 different steps. So basically we can break it down into 3 levers that we've used for Harry's content. First of all, inspiration, then building the new format, and the third one is using controversy the right way. So let's get right into it. First of all, inspiration. What does this even mean? How do we get inspiration for the video that actually worked, right? Because if we search for inspiration online, we might see a video that performed well, okay? For example, you see a guy in your niche doing well. You try to copy his video, but all of a sudden you don't really get the views that he has gotten. So what did you do wrong? What did we do for Harry that made this different? First of all, this inspiration phase played an insanely huge role in this video even getting this amount of reach, right? Because if it weren't for that, he would still be creating the same normal content that he was creating before. Let me just quickly show you how Harry's account looked before we worked together, right? So these are his videos right now. We can go to Reels to see the views right here. So we can actually see all of his videos have over 1k views, right? We have this one right here, which I showed you, which is now like at 138k views. We have this one at 11k views. We have a couple at like 7k views. But really none of the new format videos have under 1k views, right? You can see this one with 20k views, all of that. He's getting his bag right now. Let's now scroll down, right? Let's go down, down, down. We can see a couple of outliers right here still. But as you can see, the views, for example, in this phase weren't as consistent as they are right now. You can see some videos have like 600 views, and then all of a sudden we have a couple of videos like hitting 1.3 million views, right? It's always a huge difference between the views here, right? And for example, with this video right here, he told me about this video, right? We can see that it has 1.3 million views, but this video basically got him like 0 followers. So we were talking about this. We were trying to figure out how can we make a format that gets you views consistently and also keeps people engaged, keeps people liking the video, commenting and following. So then he told me about another Instagram account from a fitness coach that he really likes. His name is Nathan Sages, and as you can see right here, this guy has 347k followers, and he is creating the same format over and over and over again, and he's getting insane views. So let me just show this to you, right? All of his videos have like over 100k views. Almost all of them, as you can see, right? And we took a look at this guy's content and we thought, what can we take from this guy that we can actually use for your videos? So we analyzed it. We analyzed the hooks, the language, the energy in the videos, right? The location, the proof, all of that. And we took a look at why it works. Why does it work for Nathan, and how can we implement those factors for Harry? So this inspiration then basically led to our new format plan. Let me show that to you. So once the inspiration was clear, this is the format that we had laid out. First of all, we wanted to make this a mix of entertainment and education. In the content space, we call that edutainment, okay? And it's basically a good mix between education and entertainment to where you want to watch the video, right? It's entertaining enough to keep you there, but it also educates you. So basically the best of both worlds. And what we saw with Nathan and a lot of other fitness coaches who are blowing up on Instagram right now is that they are exploiting this one format. So we made our own edutainment format for Harry, and it looks like this. First of all, and the most important part right here is the hook. In the new format that we are creating right now, you can often see Harry mocking a myth that he personally disagrees with. So let me show you how that looks in the example of Harry's video.
Oh my gosh, guys, Coke Zero. That means it has 0 sugar. No wonder you crash, because you think just because it's written.
So as you can see, that is the hook that he has used for this video. And also alternatively, he will also get a cameraman to ask him a question that he will then react to in the video. That is also another type of hook that we are seeing a lot of success with. And visually, this kind of video is really hooking because you see Harry being shirtless in a store where you wouldn't expect it, right? Like you would, for example, expect people to be shirtless in the gym or shirtless at the beach, right? But would you expect someone to be shirtless in the store? Not really, right? So it breaks a pattern, and as you can see, we are almost only doing videos shirtless now because that is immediate proof as well. This is not only to break a pattern, this is immediate proof because Harry has a physique that you can show. Harry has the proof physique, okay? So why not just show yourself? If you are jacked, why not record your videos shirtless, you know? So as you can see, all of his videos right now are done shirtless because that is really just immediate proof. And then in the body of the video, he just basically explains why he disagrees with this myth that he has just busted, right? And with this kind of content, we especially make sure to not make the language too complex, right? You will see a lot of fitness coaches running around with a lot of super complex words or these words to make them seem smart, right? But we've intentionally decided to make the language simple and easy to understand, but still keep it educational. And because of that, he often also shows screenshots of studies in his videos to back up certain points of his, right? And now we also intentionally don't add an outro to the video. This would first of all just waste the viewer's time and just make the video boring. If we have some sort of outro, it will be a call to action leading people to his free blueprint, to his coaching, or to a call booking. And there's also a couple of extras that we add into these kinds of videos. For example, the Vine boom sound effect for this entertaining and emphasizing effect, right? So every time Harry makes a point in these kinds of videos that is controversial or people are shocked by it, right? We add this Vine boom sound effect, and that will first of all emphasize the point and also make it a bit more entertaining. And overall, these kinds of videos are intentionally super short and concise. So there's no fluff and just the basic explanation of everything, right? You don't need to go into detail with everything 100%. You can leave something up and still later explain more. And this is basically the new format that we came up with in Harry's case. And by the way, if you're enjoying this kind of content and you're trying to get started with content as well, let me show you what I got in store for you, because I can promise you, I have the best free starter course for people trying to get started with content, right? Go down into the description, it will be the first link in there. It's called the free 5-day content accelerator. You can join the warp, you can take a look through all the courses. Let me actually show you real quick. This is what I'm talking about. We have one video for each day, so this course basically takes 5 days to get through. On the first day we cover mission, the second day is profile setup, and then we cover 3 videos, step by step, that you can just recreate for yourself and show you how to get started with the first 3 videos in the best way possible. And like I said, it's all broken down. Every idiot can follow it. So if you're trying to get started with content and not make any excuses anymore, go down into the description, check out this course, and you can take action along with it. You will be further ahead than 99% of people wanting to get started with content, because guess what? Most of them don't. And this blueprint shows you exactly how to get started in the best way possible. So check it out, it's in the description, it's free, and let's continue. So now let's get to the third level and probably the most important one with this one, and it's controversy. How did we stir up controversy with this specific video? First of all, with the videos that Harry is creating right now, we are stating bold opinions in every single video, meaning we are not complying to any sort of standard or going with the norm, right? We are not doing that, and that is basically what controversy is. We are trying to prove a popular point wrong. We are trying to see, okay, what is popular right now in the niche? What are people talking about a lot? For example, with this video, it was about diet soda, right? And you can see a movement in the social media space right now. You see a lot of people talking about, yeah, diet soda is actually not that bad for you. You can drink diet soda, it has aspartame, but it's actually not that bad for you, right? And we see this popular opinion. And we just go the opposite way. That is what controversy is, and we try to do that with every single video here. And also, Harry doesn't bother to explain everything to the smallest, most minute detail here. He leaves some things up for discussion, and that is what then leads to people commenting on this video. Some people are even hating, right? But that's a good saying. If you don't have any haters, you're doing something wrong. People just love to talk their shit. You can see it in the video right here. You can see the comments right here, right? Or just drink water, bro will probably steal it after ending the video, I lost brain cells here, Why is he not wearing clothes in a supermarket? This guy completed his education from KFC. Like super funny comments, right? Which are like hate comments, but this is what actually got him the reach that the video now has. So he intentionally builds controversy by leaving questions open. And of course, some people won't like him for that, but that is what then gets him more engagement. Like I just said, these comments get him even more and even more engagement. Like you can see it with the video, it has 137k views, more than 1k likes, and 600 plus comments. I think it's almost at like 700 comments right now. Let me see, yeah, almost 700, right? And that is a crazy ratio, because the like to comment ratio, you can see people are pissed off at his opinion, but it leads to more people finding the video, and some people even like it and follow him for that. So not everyone likes his advice, but that's fine. The main objective that me and Harry have settled on is to get rid of the followers that don't match his vibe and attract more people who actually do like his advice, who do like the stuff that he is talking about. And that is exactly what controversy will do, right? You will not comply with every single opinion, because if you don't stand for something, if you don't stand for an opinion, you stand for nothing. And if you stand for nothing, people actually have no real reason to follow you. And that is exactly what a brand is. A brand is to be associated with something and disassociated from something else, right? So with this, we are clearly standing for one point, and we are trying to attract people who comply with that point, who like the advice that he is giving, and getting rid of all the other people that don't like it. But the genius thing right here is the other people who don't like it, they will still leave comments. Instagram still sees that as engagement. So it still helps them to reach more people. And that's the amazing beauty of controversy that we are trying to get advantage of. So overall, it doesn't really matter how many people follow you. It often really just matters who is following you. Who are those people that are liking your stuff? Who are those people that are watching your content? Because you could have a following of like 1,000, but all of them could be millionaires. You would be rich the next day, right? Or you could have 10 million followers, but they are like high school students or broke college students from some third world country. Which one would you rather have? And some people might still argue, okay, if you're creating this content, but you see that a lot of people are sort of hating on it, aren't you dragging your brand down with it? But I would personally argue, sort of, but you can make up for it, right? The main thing, first of all, should always be to be authentic, right? Don't talk about opinions that you don't actually support. But if you aren't going in depth with the point, right? That's not a problem. You can still make explanation videos on it later on and try to explain your point there and try to bring up those like likeness points of your brand again. For example, you can see the same thing with Andrew Tate, right? He was hated a lot, but guess what he did? He made more videos explaining his points, and actually people started realizing, okay, this guy's actually smart. He has smart things to say. So that was actually a smart move from him, and that is the same thing that you can do if you are trying to take advantage of controversial content. And let me just leave you with this last point. A bit of controversy never killed anyone, but use it thoughtfully. Peace.